Romika
Hey, Robin, did you make me down? Seems like I can hear it in the background.
Yep, I'm in.
Designs. We offer custom laser
Okay.
engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state of the art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark. You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. We are so excited to be a part of NTX Radio, formerly Joco Community Radio. We are a member of EMG, a radio and podcast collective, proudly serving all of North Texas. We are live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network and on our station app. Please download it for free. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We want to thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. With that being said, we are excited to be here yet another week, Jobfather Nation. Before we get started, as we do have an exciting show that we think is going to bring a lot of value to job seekers, let's bow our head for a quick word of prayer. Father God, thank you again for this wonderful Friday and yet another opportunity to work with, bless, and share with the job seeker and job transition community. Please open amazing doors for them and let them not miss anything during this time that you are using to grow them. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, Foster, I am so excited to be here. And I know we have an exciting day. The first half, we're going to continue to discuss some bottlenecks. Yep. And the second half of the show, Foster will be introducing an amazing guest that we have, but we'll leave that surprise for the next half.
Our buddy Robin down there.
Yep. And I know we're going to all want to hear your dad joke of the week, but before we get there, let's talk about any potential announcements we might have, and any landings, any job opportunities, anything that we want to advertise on before we jump into the next segment.
I always like to advertise about South Lake Focus Group. Guys, I know the majority of the people that are listening to us right now are not in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if you go to southlakefocusgroup.com, you can see all about South Lake Focus Group. We meet in person, guys, and via Zoom at 8 o'clock every Thursday morning. It is a premier networking group. You should visit South Lake to see how we do things in the network, learn about all sorts of services and all sorts of things that we have in the network. And you'll get a good running feel for why you should be a part of this network, guys. We're going to talk about a lot of bottlenecks and things in this network. We share a lot of things to help job seekers move along and not be hung up. How do I get noticed? I've sent my resume in, Foster, and I haven't heard anything. Am I bottled up in the applicant tracking system? Have they even seen me? You know, I'm a good fit for this job. I should be talking to them about this job. You know how it is, Dana.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, guys, go to southlakefocusgroup.com. Check that out. And every first, for people in Dallas-Fort Worth, this is a big group I want to share with you guys that meet in person only. We're not Zoom. We are friscoconnect.org. Check out friscoconnect.org as well. and get to be a part of these groups, guys. I will love to meet you guys, guide you through job search, introduce you to people like Dana and Mez, and people that are instrumental in helping and connect us where we need to be connected to. Tell us about companies and stuff we didn't even know existed. How do I find an appropriate job posting for what I'm looking for, kind of thing. So that is again southlakefocusgroup.com and friscoconnect.org. And I would be remiss if I did not tell you guys to go and check out careerdfw.org. Now that will be kind of like Graham Central Station. It's kind of like a GPS for finding all of the
Yeah.
things that are going on in the network. Remember
Oh, for
them,
sure.
Dana?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There is
Yeah.
a sister website as well, careerusa.org. Check them out because no matter where you are, you'll probably be able to find something going on in your area. We have big networks: New York, Chicago, Atlanta, North Carolina, oh, California, Phoenix. It goes on and on, guys. When we are in job search, the majority of the time, guys, we should not feel down because when we get laid off, that is a decision that we lost our job, not because we didn't know how to do our job, but somebody made a financial decision in office somewhere that decided to slice our department. Maybe the company's being bought out. There are a lot of things, guys, that we should not take to heart. There are a lot of dynamics in corporate America right now. So um, guys, check out those two websites. And I want to. Hey, Dana, here's my dad joke. Well, I
Okay.
guess
Yeah.
I guess
Well,
we.
hold on. Do you mind if I put some announcements in
I
there?
want. Yeah. Go ahead. Absolutely.
No problem. Well, I just want to let everybody know that Beacon Oral Specialists, a organization based here in Dallas that acquires oral surgery practices throughout the U.S., is hiring.
Hmm.
If you go to our website, beaconoralspecialists.com, you'll see we have a new healthcare focused billing specialist 2 role
Oh,
here local at our corporate office. It's a full-time Monday through Friday day shift at our office here in Dallas, right at the corner of 635 and 75. Wonderful leadership team, opportunities to grow. The position's open due to a promotion. That's always a good sign, right?
oh, now, yeah. That's a
Yep,
question you guys should be asking. We'll talk about that later.
absolutely. Thank you. Yes, let's definitely talk about that. In addition to that, we have positions available throughout the United States at our oral surgery practices for front office, patient care coordinators, instrument techs, and surgical assistants. All of the locations and which practices are located on our careers page if you go to beaconoralspecialists.com. Great opportunities to grow. And here's the great thing, you don't necessarily have to have experience to turn a page and jump into these career fields.
Oh,
So
see,
if you're
yeah.
open, if you're newer in your career, or just open to something new and want to learn and have a passion for helping people and caring for patients, jump on in, check it out. We are willing to train the right individuals. Also, do not hesitate to reach out to carislifesciences.com.
Oh, yeah.
They typically have a lot of positions posted here at the corporate office that span across billing and revenue cycle management, quality, marketing, and then in Phoenix, they typically have a lot of laboratory operations roles as well as customer support roles. So please take a look at carislifesciences.com. And for you companies listening, don't forget to reach out to Foster Williams. Foster will put his email
That's
address,
me.
searchforyou.inc, search for you inc, right?
Search for you inc.com.
.com.
And
And
it's a number four, you guys. Search the number four, the letter U, inc.com. Mez has already put it in the chat, so you guys are in good shape.
awesome. Um, with that being said, please keep in mind we have companies that will come to Foster and ask us to do a shout out on the show. Very affordable, great way to get additional exposure to qualified candidates in the market. So reach out to Foster at searchforyouinc.com. As
Hmm.
Foster mentioned, great opportunity to continue advertising your exciting roles as we have listeners all throughout the United States and globally. And we have
Oh yeah,
executives and hiring leaders listening throughout the United States and globally. Right, Foster?
that's right. Hey, Mexico and Canada, you guys are part of North America. Hey, sorry.
Yeah. Well, Foster, thank you for the shout out. So I have also been collecting some funny dad jokes, but you always take the
Good,
cake.
good,
So I
good. I
can't
need
wait to
help.
hear your
Yeah.
dad joke.
So why don't we do this, guys? Moving forward, if it's okay with Dana, I will do the first dad joke of the show, and then she will do when we come back in the second part of the show. She has the mom joke for the second part of the show. So, man, see how my brain goes. I get all kind of ideas, huh?
I love it. I love it. I'll do my best, but I still love your jokes though, Foster, but I'm down.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What's today, Dana? What's today?
Friday. It's Friday.
Yep, 10-4.
I fell for that one.
Big
That was
10-4,
a
Dana
good
Gingerich.
one. That was a good one. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I like being lame, you guys. I know y'all already know that because a lot of you guys see me each week in person, and I really enjoy being a dad. I enjoy being lame,
It's not
and
lame, it's fun.
it is
Oh
fun.
my
It's
gosh.
fun. So, so
Yeah,
guys, uh, Dana and I serve, and we talk to people all the time. We help you guys with your resume. Well, Dana does more of that than I do, but we talk. We tell you where to network. We tell you about companies. We'll tell you what's going on right here on this show. You guys just heard a good example of why I'm always throwing Dana's name around in the groups. If you guys are not connected to Dana, don't know Dana, you need to. That's why she's on this show. Dana is dynamic and she is a recruiter right now. Well, I am too, but Dana does a whole lot more recruiting than I do right now. I do mostly networking. I am a net weaver. You guys call me the job father, and that's cool.
Net Weaver.
Oh my God. Remember that song? That's something
That was
else that
like the
Dana does that I
Dreamweaver
don't do.
song. Net
Robin,
Weaver,
we're always
bring
this
me a
this
job.
sad on this show.
Sorry,
So guys,
Foster.
let's talk about some things that we probably should be aware of. Uh, they can be bottlenecks. A lot of them can be bottlenecks. I'm going to share some things with you. I want Dana's opinion on them too as we go.
Let's do it.
When we are in a networking situation, guys, like a South Lake Focus Group, or you may be at Frisco Connect and you're meeting people and you are networking, you're telling people how to help you, you're telling people what it is that you do. Let's make sure and do this, guys. Let's make it simple as we can
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that hear our big words, you know, industry specific acronyms and all that sort of thing that they don't know. If you're not in IT, you may be in HR like Foster. You may not know the IT acronyms, you know. And
That's true.
guys, we should break these things out, help people understand at ground level. That's where I live all the time anyway. At ground level, understanding
Another dad joke.
if you understand, guys, what Dana does. Dana's in job. Dana was just in job search what 6 months ago,
About a year, a little over a year
a
ago,
little
just
over a
barely
year
a little
ago.
over a year ago, 4 months in the job search. And it's a challenge. It's hard sometimes. We've got to build each
Yeah,
other up.
yeah. Dana's talent acquisition manager, but you know what? She needs to explain whoever she's talking to. She needs to explain what that is. Talent acquisition. We would like to think that it's. We'd like to insinuate that everybody know what talent acquisition is. They do not. They might. You might want to say a recruiter. I'm the chick that hires the people to come work for this company. You don't really have to break it down to that level, but if you do, it's good. because you never know who you're talking to, guys. And if we want someone to help us, we want them to understand what it is that we do and what direction we're going. So that is one thing that I wanted to bring up. And Dana, do you have any input on that? If you don't, I'll move on to the next one.
Foster, honestly, I really appreciate you sharing that. I have to say, I agree with you.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I do. I agree with you. I just think it's important that, we are keeping it simple and we're genuine. We're genuine in our interactions when
Genuine.
we're
Yeah.
networking. Just remember when you're networking, the best version of you is just your genuine self. It really is. That's how God created you to be. So coming in with a genuine heart for who you are and who you were created to be, being prepared to keep it simple when you're
Uh-huh.
sharing
Hmm.
your background. So, for example, Foster, if you don't mind, I'm just going to say this real quick.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm a director of talent acquisition, and if someone were to ask me, "Oh, that's cool. So, in a nutshell, what value do you bring?" There's
Ah,
lots of things I'd like to say that I bring value in, but I think the biggest thing I bring value in is I'm able to go into any talent acquisition team, identify where there are gaps, and build scalable processes while upscaling and training the recruitment team at the same time to align quick fills, efficient processes, and good relationships. And I can just kind of make that really quick. That was less than 30
yeah.
seconds, but that's my passion. That's what I love to do. Go in and build. Go in and identify the gaps and then build it out. So it's
Hmm.
it's it's easy to so think about what you love to do and what your experience is and why you bring a change to the teams that you come into, why you're valuable to the organization. And real quick, this kind of crosses my mind. I think elevator pitches
Go,
are
go, go.
fabulous
They are.
as as long as they do not sound rehearsed
Ah.
and robotic.
Oh, that's my big word right there.
Yeah, and so
I
I
don't like
hope
rehearsed.
and there's nothing wrong, I know we all get nervous, right? But
Uh-huh.
like I couldn't perfect as much as I think I'm a great communicator, I have my flaws and I'm not perfect. And as you noticed, I did my elevator pitch there. It wasn't
You did.
perfect. I had to think for a second. I paused for a second, but I hope it didn't sound rehearsed because it wasn't. you know,
Yeah.
it's just the truth. So that's all I wanted to say to that, Foster, to back up what
Hmm.
you were saying.
That's good because I had the same title when I had a traditional job in corporate America. I had the same title. I worked for some monstrosities companies like IBM and Verizon, Citigroup, and all of these people, and I
Hmm.
had numbers of recruiters, large number of recruiters all throughout North, Central, and South America. That it was my responsibility to keep up with everybody and get everybody assigned to what needed to be hired.
Wow.
Uh, keep up in those status. Oh my God, I can't stand status meetings because anyway, but we got to have a status meeting. We got to know what's going on, what's important, who's in town to do the interview, and all that stuff. Foster and Dana are the ones that coordinate a lot of that stuff. So yes, we do know how to recruit, and we do a little bit of that along the way because we have a big network. And sometimes a job posting will pop up, or a hiring manager will say, "Hey, I got approval to hire a this, that, or the other," and Dana and I already know one. It's like one
Mm.
for that position that you were mentioning a while ago, Dana. I think I might have a person that I want to submit to you, let you meet.
I would
So
love, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Veronica Tatum. Hey, V, she's with us. Gerard Roble is with us. Rex is out there. Hey, Rex.
Rex! Oh
Rex,
my
Rex
gosh!
is moving to South Carolina. God, boy, Rex
What
moves
is he
around.
really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I
Oh my
just
goodness.
Rex
And
is
we
the best,
and we
man.
want all of you guys to know, thank God that you guys are tuned in now. You got power back. You can listen to us that are out there where the hurricane affected, big parts of North Central, South Carolina, all of that stuff, Florida. You guys, we're continuing to pray because we're glad that you survived, but survival doesn't stop with, okay, the storm's gone and I made it, I'm still breathing. You got to
Exactly.
clean up. You
Yeah.
got water. You guys have seen some of this damage that the floods have done out there. Some major thoroughfares look like rivers right now. And so
It's
we just
so
want you guys to know
sad.
on this show, we are a
We're
faith-based
praying.
show anyway. We're praying for you guys, and we want you guys to know that somebody out here cares. Okay, so let's talk about one more thing that I see as a big bottleneck for job seekers. A lot of you job seekers do not have your contact information on your
Oh gosh.
LinkedIn profile.
Or your resume. Do you know how many resumes I get where they forget to put a phone number? I'm
You're
like,
kidding. A resume?
no,
Oh my God.
all the time at all different levels, at all different levels. And they're like, oh, I didn't realize I didn't have my phone number on there. I'm like, you might want to go over your resume with a fine tooth comb
Hmm.
before you start sending it out because that is the first step to acquiring a new role.
Dana, tell us why on a LinkedIn profile we should have our phone number. We got our email address on there, but why should we put our phone number on there?
Well, first of all, we want to make ourselves easy to reach. So if
Yeah.
you're a job seeker, you need your phone number on there so that they can reach out to you. And a lot of
Wicked.
places will also text you. Texting has become a very big deal. A lot of our applicant tracking systems, including the one we use, text updates to our candidates. So we schedule times, we text updates. It's important for the company to be able to reach you to set up a time to talk
Hmm.
to determine if you're a good fit so you can move further in the process.
That's right. If I put a job posting out there and you send your resume to me and oh my goodness, do you have the experience that we're looking for? I want to talk to you. But
Yeah.
I want to talk to you immediately. I want to get to you before somebody else does. A lot of times, guys, when you work with agencies, it's a foot race because companies like my old company, Verizon, has a number of vendors that they utilize. And when we farm a position out, it doesn't just go out to one company, it goes out to a pool of companies. And I tried to reduce that pool when I was there, and that pool has increased again. I've noticed, but we're not going to talk about that. But
Yeah.
but guys, there can be multiple people calling you about the same, and you guys run into that. Many of you guys get a call from two, three, sometimes four different agents. My oh no, my computer went out on me, guys.
We hear you, Foster. We hear you. I hear Foster. I hear him. But if you can hear Foster, I want to jump back in. In terms of bottlenecks, there are bottlenecks on both sides of the table for the job seeker and for the individual that is looking for candidates. The goal is for job seekers, obviously, to find a place where they can feel valued and to, maybe create their next full-time engagement or home. And for companies that are trying to find the right fit for their environment, keep in mind from a company's perspective, because this is going to help you job seekers understand kind of almost reverse psychology behind interviewing they're looking at people for both hard and soft skills. The soft skills are the skills that make you who you are. Are you a team player? Are you a quick learner? Do you think outside the box? Are you a solution driven person, or are you someone that just takes orders? Do you challenge things, or are you able to effectively grow and learn and contribute and partner? Do you enjoy working with people? Are you a customer service driven person? Those types of things are so invaluable because you can train someone how to do a job, but you can't train someone to have a good attitude, right? So those are your soft skills. So organizations are looking for that. And sometimes that can be more important in certain roles than the exact experience. Again, it depends on the role, right? Obviously, a surgeon has to have certain experience. On the hard skills, they're looking at your resume to try to determine, hey, does this person meet the requirements first. And then after they can confirm you meet the requirements, do they have experience doing the things that we're requiring the person in this role to do? And if you can marry the soft skills and the hard skills together, that's a great candidate. So when you go into interviewing and you're thinking about these bottlenecks when it comes to interviewing and the frustration, think about your hard and your soft skills when you're interviewing with the person, because that can kind of remove the bottleneck and potentially get you on to the next step. And I see Foster's back. Is it working, Foster?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
I can. Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Well, I have been having some problems with my computer. So, guys, it's
Uh-oh. No worries, Foster. We can't hear you. It's all right. I know he's trying to, his computer has been acting up a bit and it's cutting in and out, but Foster, we appreciate you. I can see you. Try talking again. Oh, there goes Foster. He'll come back. But with that being said, I just want to assure everybody that bottlenecks can happen on both sides. Our goal here with the Jobfather is to give you insight and knowledge and wisdom to help your job search as we look at things from both perspectives. And where Foster and I have been blessed and why we love giving back, and Mez as well, and we're so grateful to have Mez on the show, is Mez is able to give more perspective from the job seeker side, and Foster and I are able to give more perspective on what we see to help you overcome the issues that we see. Because if you can understand what people are looking for in interviews, why people might ask certain questions, what is okay and not okay to ask, all of these different topics, the topics are endless. But if you can understand things from the other person's perspective, it will only help you be much more successful.
Dana, I have a question if you have a chance.
I would love it, Mez. Go for it, girl.
Everybody.
Hi.
Lord, I love the technology when it works.
Exactly.
But I do have a question. You brought up a good point. Everybody is so hung up over what recruiters are allowed to ask.
Okay.
Versus not allowed to ask. What questions for the job seeker that that we're not allowed to ask or would make you uncomfortable to answer?
Wow, amazing question. Thank you.
Oh, we should be getting music or something here.
I don't hear it yet. As soon as we do, but I do let's try to tackle as much as we can, and then we'll finish this question, because this is. Oh, there it is.
We'll do
it on the second half. We'll start the second half, okay?
All right. Sounds good. We'll be back, people. Stay tuned.
Bye!
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820. Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Hey, Jobfather Nation! We are so excited
Hey.
to be back. We left off the second half with a fabulous question. Before we jump into that question and then introduce our guest, we want to make sure to give our guest wonderful time on the show. We are so excited and to be proud of NTX Radio, which amplifies the voices of North Texas. Thank you to NTX Radio for allowing the Jobfather to be part of your exciting and wonderful lineup. We are truly honored to be here. With that being said, if you don't mind, Foster, real quick, Mez brought up a great question.
Let's go.
Let's knock that out real quick, and then we'll jump into our guest because we're so excited to hear from her today. Mez, would you mind just quickly rewording that question? Okay, I think Mez logged off real quick. No worries. So her question was, the market's pretty well aware of what recruiters can and can't ask in interviews, but is there anything that job seekers should be very careful not to ask or could make a interviewer feel comfortable? And what I would say to that is, and this is a great question, what I would say to that is there's nothing wrong with relating to the person across the desk. But if you're in their office interviewing and you see pictures around, I would steer clear of asking too many personal questions.
Yeah.
The questions you should be focused on are questions about the role, about what it would look like, about, to learn what the gaps are so that you know how to discuss your experience as it relates. So focus on those type of questions versus personal questions. Any personal questions can make, and I've heard stories about candidates. I don't know if they were just trying to make an effort to relate, but they were asking way too many personal questions based on pictures in their office about, oh, you have kids, oh, you have this, oh, you have that. And some people can feel really uncomfortable with that. They don't want to discuss their personal life too deeply with someone they don't know. Saying, oh, I see on your LinkedIn that you went to UT. I just wanted to let you know that's one of my favorite schools. My son goes there. Just, thought that was pretty cool. That's different than getting into personalized questions. You also want to be careful. And this will be the last pointer I'm going to point out. Do not come charging into the interview asking questions about pay. It will almost always automatically disqualify you. When I reach out to candidates on LinkedIn and I send them a message, hey, I looked at your profile and we have this exciting opportunity available for this role. Would you be interested in learning more? And the first thing they respond back is, well, how much does it pay? I almost always just want to pass their resume aside, not answering, not
open
interested.
the door and let them out. Yeah.
Yeah. So while pay is important, if that's what you ask about first, you're going to give the interviewer the perception that that's all you care about and you're not truly interested in the job and in the company. So I just wanted to say those couple things. We could talk about more, but those are the biggest things. Don't be creepy and ask too many questions on the personal level. And don't start out with pay. That's something for further down the line. Now, with that being said, Foster, I know we have an exciting guest.
Yeah, we do have an exciting desk. Oh my God, did I say that? Robin, you're not a desk, you're a guest. Robin, can you hear okay? Is your sound working?
It's working great. Thanks.
Perfect. And I am going to throw out a real quick dad joke to try to make Robin laugh before we get started meeting her. So, guys, what did the river say when it saw the beavers approaching, Dana?
I'm scared to try to guess. Oh, damn. Just
Well,
kidding.
I'll be damned. That's right. Well, I'll be damned.
Okay, that's one of my favorite dad jokes that you've said to date.
That's a
That
good one.
dad joke is one of my favorites.
Mez got it.
I'll be damned.
Gerard, man, you got to judge me on that one. You got to give me a 1 to 10.
10 out of 10.
All right, guys, I want you to meet Robin Bonner, Robine, guys, Bonner. Now, Robin has been in HR for quite some time. She will be a good, in my estimation, she would be a really, really good senior HR business partner. When we talk to Robin, she might have aspirations to lead teams because she's already done that before too. But Robin has been in a number of aspirations of HR in a number of different, believe it or not, what is it, industries. So let's talk to Robin. Robin, tell us, well, you're down in Houston. Tell us a little bit about Robin, to include your geography of your search.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Well, first and foremost, thanks so much for having me on the show. You warned me about the fun that you guys have, and thanks for all the wonderful jokes and great question, Mez, and thanks for fielding that, Dana. Because as a current job seeker, it's great to hear that information. So appreciate that. But with that being said, yes, absolutely. Again, my name is Robin. Last name is Bonner. And I'm just a very passionate HR leader, as Foster said. I'm passionate about leading teams. I'm passionate about the military and veteran community. I've also done a number of things within psychology. My background is actually, believe it or not, I transitioned from medical social work into human resource. I've been an HR business partner. I've worked in talent acquisition, and my next role is something that I really want to focus on more on the employees, the people of the organization.
That
really,
makes sense.
That's what it's all about. And with that, I want to utilize my psychology background to help an organization that appreciates that with the mindset of employee engagement management, talent acquisition management. As Foster alluded to earlier, definitely going back to those roots as a senior HR business partner. Some of the backgrounds I've worked in, obviously healthcare, military, program management, in transportation. I've also worked in obviously the IT industry, which was my most recent role. And love to travel. Not opposed to the traveling aspect. I'm just not in a position at this current state to do any sort of relocating. But yeah, I mean, that's a little bit about me. Obviously, the DE&I initiatives is huge in any role that I undertake. I have experience in optimizing, various strategies, IO, and all about just finding my next career home and really making that impact. That's really what's key for me, is making a greater impact, leaving that positive legacy.
I'd like to say I'm excited to have Robin on the show because of Robin's background. But guys, HR stands for human resources, and Robin's background, even in study, alludes to that. So yeah, you want to have Robin in there and involved with the employees all the way up the ladder, guys, all the way up to the C level. You guys want to utilize Robin's past experience, but her knowledge and what her interests are in life. She studied what her interests are in life. So I'm a big Robin fan. I don't bring just anybody on the show, guys. I bring the best. And Robin gets the Jobfather golden seal of approval. And that's not easy to get. We're nice people and we serve a lot of folks, but everybody don't get that. So Robin, thanks for being on the show. Do you have a target Is there a industry that you really enjoy? I would say maybe it's safe to say more than other areas where you've been.
Yes, well, as far as Target is concerned, I just have to throw out there that the veteran community, the military
Ah,
community is always going to have my heart.
yeah.
But very, very intertwined with the IT industry. I know tech is having its own challenges. We're not living under rocks. We know what's happening there.
Yeah.
But healthcare would be another industry in which I would love to get back into, just because, my background, I kind of miss that. I miss that in the medical social work world. So being
Hmm.
able to see that impact and be a huge part of that. But again, Foster, I never close doors to open opportunities. So
Understood.
I don't
Yeah.
ever want to, necessarily, I am targeting, but I never want to close those possible opportures. So always open for
Absolutely.
conversations for sure.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
I
Oh
think
my
it's
gosh.
easy to see. I know you a little bit, and those industries that you said did not surprise me at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going on here, that's cool. Oh, there we are.
Ooh,
Guys,
apparently
is
radio like our guest as well.
I love
Oh,
this. This is real. This is what it's all
this
about.
is
yeah,
real. It is.
it
Now
is.
you
It
talking
is.
about a real radio show? You're
A
on
real
one
Yeah.
right
radio
now.
show with real people, right? I mean,
Real
Yeah,
seriously.
people.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
so
God,
much
if we
fun.
keep
But
on, we're gonna change
honestly,
the name of it.
I
I
love
know.
it. I love it.
I love it. Well, it's October, so it's like the ghost of the radio show came on
There you
because
go.
no, I'm
Uh,
joking.
There
I'm
you
joking.
go.
But
Mysterioso.
honestly, we really appreciate you being here because
Hey,
honestly, your
thanks
background
again.
is phenomenal. um any organization would be blessed to have someone with your
Oh
energy,
yeah.
your
Oh yeah.
attitude, your level of professionalism and an experience. And I know earlier on the first half we talked a little bit about elevator pitches, and not that I'm asking you to kind of share your elevator pitch directly because we have more time than that, but I always love, and I think Foster agrees with me, we love to give people the opportunity to really share their value. As an HR business partner, I'm assuming that's the type of role you're looking for around the HR business
Could be
partner
one of them.
ish
Yeah.
realm. I'd love to know for sure the titles of the roles you're open to, but then I'd love you to share a little bit about your value. What difference you make when you come into an organization, your way of doing things. So share with us a little bit about both subjects.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, as I mentioned before, very passionate about helping organizations grow, building inclusive, high performing teams. That's my number one, right? And I have over
Yes.
10 years of experience in HR leadership, and I've spearheaded DE&I initiatives, anywhere from
Uh-huh.
optimizing talent strategies, boosting retention and engagement, and I've actually boosted that engagement 30%. Obviously, I'm driven in everything that I do. And I believe that people that feel valued, they're going to thrive. And so that's my number one name
That's
of the
true.
game is all about the people. So valuing the people you have, them thriving in the organization in which they belong, and just continuing to pay that forward.
Absolutely. That is amazing.
Guys, a lot
How
of
did,
us that have been around for a while, we recognize, we hear
yeah.
deep down in our into our hearts what Robin's talking about. We used
Mhm.
to, things move a lot faster. The
Mhm.
dynamics of corporate America, I don't have to explain to you guys now because things are being bought
Mhm.
out. People are changing direction and overnight and those
Oh
kind of
yeah.
things. And guys, do not, I'm gonna tell you again, do not get down on yourself for getting laid off. More than likely, and when I say more than likely, I'm talking about 99 point probably 8% of the time, it's not your fault that you lost your job. So whatever it was that that company hired you for, you can still do that, and you need to get out there. You got to mix with people, get out amongst people. Zoom is good, but I prefer in person. Get out and let people meet you and let people see what Robin's strength is, and and let the magic happen, guys. We are people. Well, we've been
Yeah.
called that.
Yeah.
So, guys, and I want Robin. I've got a question for Robin because I don't think, Robin, I ever, and if I did, I apologize because I can't remember what I told you. 'Cause I've talked to you quite a bit.
Go for it.
There is an organization right there in Houston called Texas HR Pros. It is on LinkedIn, and we what we intend to do is get everybody in Texas that's in HR, in and around HR, together. Now that is a big LinkedIn group, guys, huge, over 20,000, maybe even over 30,000 right now. But we have so many people. We have a separate group called Texas HR Pros in Transition. And you
Ooh.
definitely, if you're in transition, because of our success in doing what it is that we've done over the years, you want to be a part of that. Now, there are a lot of companies that are listening right now, a lot of HR departments that are listening, because I wanted you guys to meet Robin here. Robin, that is for you guys as well. If you do not know about Texas HR Pros, go and check them out. That is what this Jobfather radio show is all about. Dana
Yeah.
and I, we want to get Robin a job, but you know what? There's a lot of value in this show for companies to learn things that they never knew existed, be part of this, that, and the other. Now, I am a tactile person. You
Oh
see
yeah.
my Texas Longhorn shirt there? I'm just kidding. But been a Texas Longhorn fan. Football is back in, so I'm happy I'm wearing my gear. So, guys, there are a number of places when you get out, what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to take all Robin's time. When you get out and mix with people, there is somewhere, some way you will connect with someone. Let's do that with the companies as well. Our target companies, guys, get out there and see the talent acquisition people, the leaders, the department directors, things like that. Uh, do a little LinkedIn research. Look at what they're posting about. Comment on what they're posting about. Then it may not be a bad idea for you to connect with them on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. I saw
Mhm.
something you're talking about, and I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I want to connect with you. Okay, I'm gonna shut it
Absolutely.
down.
Ah! Well, so for our guest, I wanted to point out to everybody that having with Robin having a diverse background
Hmm.
in terms of her industry and extensive experience as an HR business partner, Robin, that would really not only make you qualified as an HR business partner, but potentially leadership roles. And then my guess is, as an HR business partner, you probably have some areas of expertise within a generalist realm. Am I correct with that?
You are. Mhm.
Yeah, expand on that for us.
Yeah. So as far as generalist is concerned, I mean, I've done a little bit of coaching, ATS systems. I mean,
Hmm.
it's I've worn so many different hats, and I think that's why I really enjoyed initially the HR business partner role, was
Yeah.
because I'm one that likes to wear many hats. So I've been a chief people officer. I've set up various teams and people programs and departments where there were none. Set up process, obviously, and recruitment, and on and
Ah,
on. So lots of great experience, but lots of great opportunities to expand my knowledge.
Mhm.
And I think that the huge takeaway here is that I'm never opposed to continuing to learn or get my hands dirty. So
Yeah.
even in the leadership, I firmly believe great leaders are made out of those that aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
yeah, if you don't jump in there, how you gonna learn something about it if you don't go run and jump in there with everybody else?
Yeah, yeah, it's
exactly.
important. The team needs to know they can trust their leader
Yeah,
to
That's
jump
right.
yeah.
in and help where needed.
That's right.
That really brings up another good point. So you mentioned some of your leadership roles outside of the HR business partner role. Are you open to like manager, director, VP
Absolutely.
roles? Like
Mhm.
what roles would best fit your experience? Like
Yeah, I
title?
would say, yeah, absolutely, Dan. That's a great question. Thanks for asking that. Director of HR for sure would be a fabulous role. I really do thrive in that people arena. The only reason I tend to shy away from chief people officer is, and we're throwing
Ah,
out titles here. It might be different in somebody else's organization, right? So I really want to get my hands dirty with the people, and I mean that in the most sincere way possible. Sometimes you can be behind that desk and all about process and operations, and I'm all for that. It's incredibly important, but my firm stance is, if you don't have those people, it's not going to matter what those other things are within the back. So
Absolutely.
also not opposed to new roles in executive level of like sales sales. I have ATS system background. So I'm great at, sales, done it, and love those relationships, fostering those relationships. And so, yeah. And as I said before, totally open to other opportunities. Would just love to meet folks. They can get a little glimpse into who I am, and hopefully with this radio show, they can listen and take an interest there as well. But I'm happy to discuss other opportunities. But yeah, absolutely, directorate, executive. But again, I know where I started, and I'm very humbled. So
yeah, absolutely.
Jobseeker Nation, to approach the people that have been in service to our country. I'm a big proponent of that, but you guys are going to find that you will connect well with Robin if you are in and around the armed services. That is not her only strength. That's not the only place where she's looking to go. But there are a lot of things and a lot of applications of that environment, that society, that you guys might want to reach out and have a conversation with Robin. I can't say enough for honestly. I can't say enough for Robin. You guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Robin's amazing. A great individual to have on the show.
She's been there, done that, and Robin's a servant. Even in job search, which she's in right now, guys. Robin is an extreme servant. I don't have time to go into all the things, but that is Robin Bonner. That's her right there.
Yeah. Robin, are you open to opportunities throughout the U.S.? Are you preferring to stay here in Dallas? I mean, there's so many opportunities in Dallas, but I'm just kind of curious.
So I'm in
you're
Houston
in Houston
currently.
Okay.
Not opposed to, like I said, as far as like travel and all of that is concerned, just not in a position at this point in my life to do any sort of relocation.
No problem. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're...
Sorry, Dana, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say I've experience in the remote and hybrid industries as well. In fact, those were my last. I've worked in the remote industry about 9 years, so I have that background. But I also want to throw out there to everybody who is listening, who's in the same boat as myself. I'm happy to help any way that I can too. I've found great strength in the South Lake Focus Group. Met some incredible folks like Foster, of course, and many others. So happy to help any way that I can. I have lots of connections and always willing to assist others. And just know you're not alone.
Yeah.
Robin, has Pete Hernandez, guys, is the guy that I couldn't do half of what I do if it wasn't for Pete, honestly. But has he suggested that you connect with a guy named Ralph Chapman? Do you know?
I'm very connected with Ralph. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
And then I think Donna is out in Atlanta, but there's a lady named Donna Davis that is an HR recruiter, and she has a number of executive roles that she represents. And I would definitely look her up on LinkedIn and connect with her. If we want to talk a little bit more about her, then I'll help you with that. I love my job. I get to meet the coolest people, and they don't fire me
or lay you off.
Or lay me off. Yeah, Lord knows, corporate America, you guys have laid me off enough. That's what created this. Getting laid off, going through things in life, that's what's created this. Do not, guys, if you're in job search and you're going through a number of challenges, do not hang your head low. God's up to something. He always is. When we get there, we will understand why. Oh, that's what that was. Same thing with me. I had a massive brain aneurysm and I couldn't even walk. They didn't expect me to even remember who my mom's name was. And that was back when I was at Verizon. And that was back in 2001, at the end of 2001. And my life dynamics have put this big network together now. I am not responsible for this network. I am a big mouth that God uses. God put this network together, and I have no problem letting everybody know what really, truly happened. And so we got a wonderful, wonderful group of people in this network. And our HR component is probably our strongest component of the network, to be honest with you, Robin. So there'll be more things that you and I will talk about. And one thing that's sad is that, Robin, you will get a job, but you can't get away from Foster and Dana.
That's
That's right. We're going to
absolutely
find you. Well, any
That's
company would
perfect.
honestly be honored to have you. And we're excited that you took some time to come on the show, that you found the South Lake focus group. And you brought up a really good point is, you know, all of us have at some point in our career or another probably been in some sort of a transition, whether it's due to a layoff or a relocation, or there's a million and one things. Companies close, things happen. You know, and it's important that we help one another. It's important that we network with one another. And your networking speaks a lot about your ability to go out there and build relationships, which is good for any
Yes.
organization that hires you, because in the HR role, you know, HR needs to make the effort. A healthy HR team needs to make the effort to build good relationships with their employees and people coming into the organization. And that even means during challenging conversations, right? And so I'm so excited to see where your path takes you. I know great opportunities are going to open up quickly for you. And of course, in this network, we need to help one another. So help each other network. If you know of any great organizations hiring leadership in the HR space, please reach out to Robin. Do we have Robin's information up on the
That was my next
chat?
question. Before we went off the air, I wanted to ask Robin, what is your email? What is the best way to contact you?
Yes, absolutely. So my email is my first initial R, and then LUNKWITZ@gmail.com.
Okay, say it again, Robin.
Sure. No, my first initial R,
Uh-huh.
and then it's L as in lemur, U as in umbrella, N as in Nancy,
Yeah.
K as in kite, W as in walrus, I as in igloo, T as in talent, and Z as in zebra. Yes.
I knew you were going to go there. I'm hearing music. It is time. We got that done just in time. Perfect. You guys hire Robin. If you don't, I'm coming to visit you. Don't make me come see about you. See you
Bye,
guys
everyone.
next Friday. Thank you, Dana.
Thanks,
Thank
Robin.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godly, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because